Hey, gorgeous.
Hello, beautiful. And how are you, Lisa?
You talking to me there, Martin?
I thought
Who else would he be talking to, Ricky?
Well, I think I jumped in before you, so I could only assume it was me, Lisa. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. And you?
Very well, thank you. A bit tired, but yeah, I'm okay.
Ricky, I want to say thank you for the questions you asked on the NG team leaders GoldStar meeting today. It was they were really helpful. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I can't remember what I asked, but yeah.
I can't remember, but it was very. Oh, it was about the retailer. It's like I'm going, what the fuck is a retailer?
Yeah, I don't know where the word retailer came from.
No, I
That threw
don't.
me as well. I mean, what
Yeah.
we're talking about now, retailers.
Yeah.
Do you know what he was talking about or not?
I'm not entirely sure I do, to be honest with you, Martin.
Okay, so basically the way that the retailer work side of it is that if you imagine, so when Kirsty and Nancy were paid forward to you, I'm still the sponsor as such. They're paid forward to you and you're the retailer. And what it means as the retailer is that every purchase that they make in Noble Goldman, you earn from that. They're basically purchasing it through you. On any of the.
So you replace the word with receiver, which is a much better way of putting it, for sure.
Yeah,
that makes total sense.
I know when he said, "Hey, Andrew," and I know when he said, when he said retailer, I was like, "Oh, no."
Yeah.
And then I said to Beth, I came up and I need to figure out a better word for that. And it's only when I went back to the presentation and I changed quite a bit of it up. I was like, it's a receiver. We're receiving, and it's always, and then it stays with that universal law right the way through, so it flows.
Yeah.
It flows for me anyway.
So it's the pay it forward recipient.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was I've been getting a bit confused over that, but that really helped. Thank you. There's still quite bits of stuff that I'm not as clear as I could be, but I just have this feeling that I'm going to get to a point, all of a sudden everything's going to fall into place, and I go, that's what I mean by that, so I'm not stressed about it.
Well, the good thing, and the way I see it, Lisa, is that, and it's like any compensation plan, with whether it's affiliate marketing, network marketing, or anything, it's completely and utterly irrelevant if nobody's building a team. And some people get hung up on, well, I need to know all the ins and outs and upside downs on the comp plan. Well, no, you don't. Let's start inviting people to join our team first, because the comp plan will eventually fall into place and you start earning income, and eventually you'll get your head in it. I mean, there's me been in it for a year. Do I fully understand the comp plan on this one, or indeed any other thing I'm involved in? No, but it doesn't stop you, or shouldn't stop people inviting people to join their team. And I've heard that said so many times over the years that, no, I need to really fully understand the comp plan first. And then they fully understand the comp plan, and then they never invite anybody to join their team. So it's all been a waste of time.
Yeah. No, I think the biggest thing for me, and it's really unusual for me, because normally I'm a jump in, swim like heck, invite everybody in, and let's go crazy. Antje, I was not looking to bring people in, was I, Antje? I was just telling her about what I was doing, and she was, I want to be part of that, I want to be part of that. But for me, and this is the first time ever, and I think it's because NG has so much freaking value in so many different areas, and I've talked to Martin about this in the past, that I've never been quite sure where to direct the conversation. It's just like, and I'm aware that I'm doing a bit of this and a bit of that, and I'm not giving any of it justice. And it's really funny, we talk about teams and being, are you a spectator or a observer or whatever, and I'm really feeling that it's a bit like, I don't know if you know, but when you come to horse jumping and cross country type stuff, they walk the course first, before they ride it. Yeah, my sister drives ponies in a trap, and they walk the course first to get the feel of the lay of the land before they get in and take the ponies round. And it's really funny because I've never done this in my entire life, but that's what I'm doing with this. I'm really feeling to get the lay of the land, and becoming part of the community. And that's what I feel I am doing, is becoming part of the community. And I know that Angela and I are going to start the 90-day challenge next week, and then I'll be ready to go. But I honestly don't think I've been ready to do that before. And like I say, Ricky, this is really unusual for me, because I'm normally like a bull at a gate. Get out of my way, we're going forward. And this, I'm building foundations for the first time in my freaking life, and I love it. I really love it. But I do want to get another beautiful. Sorry, Angela.
No, I just laughed about the conversation, and I just didn't have time to respond about the abandonment. Okay, nobody's abandoned me in any case. And Lisa, I mean, you couldn't even abandon me if you wanted to. You know, we're doing the challenge now together, and we will be bonded for life after these 90 days. But it was just, so.
Angela, what I didn't realize, like, there's a bit of a process to go through when people join. And I just assumed that because I'd given you to Martin, you were in Martin's team, and therefore he would do that. So I didn't do anything.
Abandoned me.
I did, yeah.
You know what? This engine came for you, Lisa, as quick as it came for me. All right, and because we just followed the gut feel, we just followed the intuition, we just and we'll figure it out, and that's why we slowed down, and that's why I've been stalling the 90 days challenge for about a month now, because it just wasn't time. You know, I couldn't do it before my holiday, and I couldn't do it this week, and next Monday we're going to be doing. We still need a third one, by the way. Okay, so we still need a third one. Any takers with me and Lisa?
Cheryl, if you want to join us.
Cheryl, you're going to join us, because we are as chaotic as it can be. We're focused and ahead of ideas, and way too many exciting projects. So anyway, and it will be okay, because we're still in a team, and what I've learned from the network marketing, it doesn't really matter where the line is, because these calls is team building, you know, and the 90-day is team building. And at the end of the day, I pay my 2 forward to Lisa. That's right, you know. And then at the end of the day, we might not get money from everyone, but the team work here is beyond the monetary value. You know, by motivating and sticking together and discussing and masterminding, rebuilding our teams. And in the true spirit of abundance, there's enough money to go around, you know. So that's how I feel it, and that's why I support, even in network marketing, I support cross lines, you know. I support them because I can, you know. So that's all okay.
Thank you. That brought up a point, Martin. Something I've been thinking about. So,
well, just before you do, sorry, Cheryl, you didn't get to answer. So
sorry. She told you we were chaotic.
Well, I did make an attempt at starting the 90-day challenge alongside Dad a few weeks back, and I totally found within about a week that I was nowhere near ready for it. But I think after the discussion last week about separating the two aspects, that maybe 90-day challenge for me on the first lot, or the personal development, would be a good challenge to go forward with.
Is that a yes?
No, that's a not yet.
I really would like it, but I'm still
choose your words carefully, Cheryl. You're last. These girls are ready to nail your feet to the floor, you know.
Nah. Cheryl, we are not doing this as reds. Well, Antje might be. I'm not doing this I'm doing this as a blue yellow. I'm going to have fun with it, and explore it and see where see where it takes me.
The thing is, ladies, right? People feel a bit guilty filling in forms. You got to post the forms because I never did this and I never did that, and we shouldn't feel that way, right? We should just fill in the form. If there's bits missing and does it really matter? I mean, who's really studying Lisa's form that was posted? Oh my goodness, Lisa never did this bit.
Yeah.
You know, it's just really for you to get on some sort of a track. And you will fall off and we'll go sideways in this way and that way, but it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter, you know.
And
I would love to see. Sorry, Martin.
I was going to say one of the biggest things that comes from what you've just said there, Ricky, is it's the human experience and it's the vulnerability of saying, you know, I'm not just posting it because I finished it. I didn't finish it. But you know what? I'm fine with that because there was other things that came up in my day, and this is reality, and therefore I feel that that's going to empower more people to do it because then they're going to go, well, do you know what? I don't have to finish this. Not the people in the community aren't going to frown down on me and say, oh, you shouldn't be doing it if you're not going to be 100% committed, because that's not what this community is about. And I also feel that when we, you know, what you were saying earlier about as a group, what we were saying earlier around that level of support and who's with who, and I feel that like, and I said this to Ricky when we were talking around the MSIs and bringing Enagic in there and so on, and I said, it's going to happen, but right now, for me, the connection, the masterminding, what I'm learning and growing, the relationships that I'm building are far more value than Enagic being on there. And I know that Enagic is, you know, is going to help people and create income for us. But like Ricky just said, without teams, there's no MSIs. Right? There's no true MSIs without teams. So the team building really comes down to those people who value personal growth, value connection. They value being on calls and having conversations that are deep, that are helping people to share their life experiences, their business experiences, helping us see the shifts in people. Like, you know, I commonly talk about it, like the growth in Cheryl. You know, to see Cheryl blossoming is an absolute honor to be a part of that journey with her. You know, and that's because we're all on this together. So that in itself is of huge value to me, to witness the growth of others, but knowing at the same time I'm growing. And I feel that's where the true power of Noble Goldman is right in this moment in time, as we're evolving into what's going to be an incredible platform come the end of the year, if not before.
Yeah, I very much agree with that, Martin, and that's what it's been for me. Like I said, becoming part of the community. I'm ready to start putting my own mastermind group together now, but I know that when I do the 90-day challenge, that's what I'm going to be looking at when I'm doing my connection calls. It's not going to be about joining Noble Goldman. It's about connecting to the community, you know, creating your life. So I've taken a Facebook group that I already have that's been inactive all year, and I've revitalized it and called it Creating Your Life, Building Success Habits. And I'm going to go through everybody on that list. I've got about 170, go through everybody on that list and just send them a private message, a voice message, just explaining what I'm doing and what we're doing. So it's not going to be NG specific, but it's going to be about getting them back into the community and active in the community. So yeah, that's quite powerful for me to be coming from that perspective instead of I got to get them in, I got to get them in, I got to get them in. And it's very much slowing down to speed up. And you know, I get where you're at, Cheryl. I mean, that's why I rewrote the other thing, because I just looked away. But what I would love to see, and I know Mark's got so much on his plate at the moment, so it won't happen, but would be to see those variables as we've got in the abundance game, just to see them tracked just like we do on there. So rather than having a piece of paper, which is a pain in the ass for me because I'm traveling all the time, and I don't, it's hard to see the consistency. Like I look at my graph and I can see where I've dropped down. I can see where I'm spending more time studying and less time taking action. I can see all that. And it's not about judging myself for what I have and haven't done. It's starting to notice a pattern. Again, that's new for me. I've never done that because I've never had that ability. Yeah, I can go look through my books, but every page is different. Do you know what I mean? And I've turned over, so I can't see it as a thing. And I'm not a spreadsheet person, Martin, so don't get me doing that. But, you know, it would be awesome to see the whole 90-day thing put into the same format as the abundance game, where we can track our things, and we just go in and put how many minutes we've done on each one. That would be freaking awesome. So
That's
if you'd like to drop
great
that
point. That's a great point, Lisa. Absolutely great point.
Because you hate paperwork, Dad.
Well, no, it's very similar to the, well, I do, you're right. Filling in forms, but then having to take a picture of it and upload it
I know, yeah,
a place
it's just,
where nobody really gives a hoot, you know, so.
yeah.
I want to
You're
convert
right.
this. I want to convert this flight sheet into a PDF file, because I certainly don't. I'm not going to print 90 pages. I don't even have a printer anymore. You know, so I'm going to do this in the next couple of days, and I'm going to share it. I just want to say something to commitment. Okay, for me, the commitment is not about finishing. Okay, the commitment is for me that I work on towards finishing, because there's, I think I've read this now, there's 5 people that you need to speak to every single day. So this is 5 different people. So I think after 1 week, I've been done on the list, kind of thing, you know. So so that terrifies me down to the bone, to be quite honest. Where on earth am I going to find those people every single day? You know?
You'll be amazed. You will be amazed.
I keep on saying that to myself for over a year, okay, with network marketing. And I do amaze myself. Yes, I must say that. Okay, but either way. So the commitment is not about finishing it. It's not about ticking it off. The commitment is of consistently working on it. If you commit to read a book, okay, if you commit to finish a book, then you make a commitment and you don't throw it away because the one day you couldn't read, you know. So it's about working on it, because after 66 days, it will become a habit, you know, and we will use the hypnotic rhythm and everything, and it will become a habit. And that's, and I know for a fact there will be days where I will not manage 5 calls. I mean, on Tuesday, I was on the road literally for 600 kilometers for 12 hours a day. It was an awesome day, including tire problems and blah, 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 you know. And then I can't do this. And that's okay. I still had an awesome day. I missed a couple of calls and meetings. I had an awesome day. And that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the whole purpose of the abundance game and the 90-day thing, is just to start building those habits of success. So I don't look at my chart and go, oh, I haven't done that. I've gone, every day I've done a little bit of something. So I'm building those habits, and that's all that matters to me. But Martin, before you just rush off, can I just very quickly clarify something I wanted to bring up before? Do Antje's first 2 get paid forward to you?
Yeah. Or
to me? Yeah, I thought they did. So they don't come to me, Antje. They go to Martin.
Oh, they go to Martin.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I thought.
Didn't get that.
Yeah. Yeah, because you now are linked to Martin's secret key, not mine. So is that right, Martin?
So you and me, we just only linked as soul sisters.
Yeah. You're my number one team buddy.
She's linked to your secret key because she joined under your key, your code effectively, Lisa, but she's passed it to Martin.
Yeah. So what I'll do with that, Antje, did you see the pay it forward presentation I put together?
When did you put it?
Martin?
I'll quickly run through it, but just before I do,
is that the one from the GoldStar call this morning?
Yeah, but I've updated it since then.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've been working.
You haven't, Martin, have you?
Okay, no, I haven't. I haven't.
I'll go through it. But one of the things that I just wanted to share with you, Antje, was this. So you may be aware or may not be aware, but as a GoldStar member, you get moderator rights to the 16 Facebook groups Noble Goldman has.
What does that mean?
So what that means is as a moderator, you have to go through the moderator training, which is a call you jump on with Mark. And there's a PDF document that walks you through exactly everything to do. But basically, this group here is the Think and Grow Rich Mastermind group. Now, as a moderator, when you come into this group, there's 9,615 people that want to join that group, plus 100 pages. If you click on that, what it now gives you access to is all of those people who are waiting to join this group. Now, in this case, if I just go like to this one here, Inna, she's answered the questions. Why do you want to join this group? The name relates to my mindset. Have you read the book? No. So I would click on her profile. And you know, when you were saying earlier on around, I'm going to run out of people. All the people are here. These are all the people that are requested to join. You've got 9,000 something people to go at. So what you can choose to do is you can choose to, I'll show you exactly how it works, just from an angle on, so we're all just going through it as a bit of an update. I'm just going to move you all so I can see you there. Right, so if I open up Noble Goldman, bear with me a second. So as I open up Noble Goldman and I log in, it's going to take me, as we know, to the home page. I'm going to come down here to the team building and I'm going to go to candidates. Then from the candidates section, I'm going to get the URL at the top of Inner. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to come back to, when it loads, I'm going to come here and I'm going to paste it in the Facebook URL section. And I'm going to click down here to create candidate. Now it's come up red because somebody's already added Inna to the candidate system. So if I click on Facebook user search and paste her URL again, it will tell me who has got her in her team, which is Jennifer Lowe. So I know that Inna is in the Noble Goldman candidate system. So I'm just going to approve her because there's no point somebody else searching to see if she's in there. But what my point being is that you've got access to all of these people. So if somebody comes up as they're not in Noble Goldman, they then become a candidate like Kresha here is. So Kresha has to join one of the groups. If I just click on Quick Editor, she joined the Think and Grow Rich Mastermind group. So I found her in this list. I basically added her to the community. Nobody had connected with her. I put in her name. I mentioned that she's a warm market. She's in the UK, and I sent her the first message in a private message. So if I actually go to, if I copy this link and come here and paste that link there, it will bring up Kresha. So if I then click on message, it will then come up with, there's my message to her. She's not seen it yet because it's in her other inbox. But the point being is that she's a free lead for me to access. Now, where that goes, I don't know. But there's a few people that are in the community that, I mean, I've got, if I look on my Noble Goldman scorecard, bear with me, then I've contacted 1,071 people at this point. That's on average maybe spending half an hour to an hour max, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. But I don't do it every day. I got up to 1,000 and I pretty much just stopped. Now I'm going to say that 800 of those people haven't even seen the message yet. So you can't just turn around. 121 have come in though as free members. So we can't say it's about a 10% conversion because really there's probably only 250 that have seen the message. It's about 50% conversion in getting them as free members. Then the next stage is to get them upgraded to GoldStar members. That's the next goal. So the point being with this is that you have an abundance. There's 16 groups. That was only one group. You have an abundance of people to connect with. There's the Think and Grow Rich. There's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. There's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. There's Outwitting the Devil. there are many people requesting to join the group. So as this grows over time, naturally there's more people going to join as Gold Stars, and they get moderator rights as well. So the sooner we connect and we're implementing that speak to 5 people a day, which is from the candidate system or personal, we've got the leads. Does that make sense?
That is absolutely amazing. All of a sudden, I'm looking forward and I'm not terrified anymore. So, Cheryl, are you in?
Okay, go for it.
Right. Well, what I'll do, I'll just go through this pay it forward system as well, and then, you know, obviously, if you've got any feedback, you can. I'm totally open to it, and then it'll hopefully help. Is everybody happy doing this instead of going through the Outwitting the Devil chapter 6 stuff? Yeah. Yeah. Ricky's on mute, just how I like it. So
I think we must have some resistance to chapter 6.
Let me share this. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you can see the screen. Yeah, awesome. Right, okay, so the pay it forward system. Now, this is just an example of a direct Gold Star team of 35 people. It can grow far bigger than that for you. So in this example, he says, here we go. As a Gold Star member, you play 2 roles in the pay it forward system. Initially, you are the giver, and then you become the receiver. At any given time, you will be the giver and the receiver. Playing the giver in the pay it forward system. Now, your sponsor played the role of the giver by giving you access to Noble Goldman through their secret key. You became the receiver, able to access all of the value in Noble Goldman. Your first 2 Gold Star members are paid forward to your sponsor. You have now become the giver, and you have now activated the universal law of giving and receiving. You give Sue your secret key. Sue enrolls as your 3rd Gold Star member, becoming your first member to start building your team, earning you 50% commission. So remember, she's your 3rd, but she's officially your 1st Gold Star because you've paid 2 forward. You then give your secret key to Tom, Val, Lynn, and Tim, who become your direct Gold Star members, earning you another 4 times 50% commissions. You now have 5 times Gold Star members in your team. Your 5 Gold Star members become the givers by each paying forward their first 2 Gold Star members to you. You now become the receiver, earning you 10 times 50% commissions. You now have a direct Gold Star team of 15 people. Each of those 10 Gold Star members pay forward their first 2 Gold Star members to you, once again being the receiver, earning you 20 times 50% commissions. You now have a direct Gold Star team of 35 people. At this point, the pay it forward system, you have gone from just enrolling 5 Gold Star members to a team of 35 Gold Star members. And as you can imagine, you continue to receive from the pay it forward system. Sue played the role of the giver to you and now enrolls her first Gold Star team member. Sue earns the commission becoming the receiver. This person is in your overall organization. Sue's new Gold Star member then pays forward their first 2 Gold Star members to Sue. Sue is again the receiver and earns 2 times 50% commission. This is then repeated across your other personally sponsored direct Gold Star members, who each receive 2 Gold Star members paid forward to them, earning them 50% commissions. Your Noble Goldman organization, as an overview, you personally enrolled 7 Gold Star members and paid 2 forward to your sponsor. The pay it forward system gave you 30 Gold Star members, and you earned US $3,500 through that process, which is based on the annual membership of $200 a year. But your organization as a whole, based on this model in front of us, is 50 Gold Star members, and you only brought in 7 in the beginning. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, cool. I noticed some edits.
It's an awesome introduction, Martin. Is so much better than the other one. Thank you. That really, really resonated. Thank you.
Yeah, I just need to go through that just a tad slower, but yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So what I'm doing, Cheryl, is I'm actually going to be going through it a lot slower and covering more, expanding more on each one. But
Yeah.
just from that, I just read through.
It's more the commission percentages and things like that I still don't have my head around, but the actual structure, yeah.
The easiest way to think of it is that every person you bring in who chooses to become a GoldStar member, you earn 50% on their membership. Okay. But every member pays forward 2 people to you, and you earn 50% commission on their membership
as well. Yeah. So
every person that's paid forward, you always earn 50% on their annual membership or quarterly.
Yeah.
And then if those paid forward members choose to open an account in cash flow, you earn 50% commission. And then level 2, so the people they bring in that aren't paid forward to you, which is their team, then you will earn 15% on level 2, and level 3 will be 10%.
Martin, I don't think very many people really can get their head around the potential enormity of what that means, because the diagram that you just explained there, where you're getting 10 from the 5 and then 20 from the 10, and then down the line it could be 40 from the 20 and then 80 from the 40. I mean, you could have well, we've talked about this before, but you could have 100, 200, 300 GoldStar people linked to you directly. And as Martin just showed in that diagram, you actually only personally introduced, or 7, but 5 of them. So now you've got 300 that are personally linked to you. And if they're all GoldStars and they're all up for building a business, they'll all follow you at the cash flow. But these 300, they're not spread across the 3 levels. They're all on your front line in cash flow. Front line in cash flow, right? And if 300 of you in front line in cash flow, all paying $100 a month each for the membership, and you're getting $50, which is 50% commission on 300 people, straight off the bat, that's $15,000 a month, just purely from the 300 people on the front line cash flow. Now, if those, as Martin just explained, there are 300 people, introduce 10 people themselves on the second level, there's 3,000 people on your second level. We'll not go to the third level because it's too big a number, but 3,000 people on your second level spending $100 a month is 300 grand, and you get 15%. 45 grand. I mean, it's mind blowing. So, I mean, that's why on the call this morning, I tried to get Mark to kind of expand a wee bit on how potentially you could in theory make $1 million or more purely off of cash flow. Martin, am I right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's amazing. And yeah, you actually only introduced like 5, 6, 7 GoldStar members, you know, but through the course of time, it might take a year, it might take a couple of years, who knows, but through the course of time, it's massive.
So that's, and this is, like we said, explained this morning when we were on the call with Mark, and we're talking about the visionary stage into the chasm stage or phase. And that's, once again, because when we're talking, or we're dealing rather to a degree with a lot of people who are visionaries, because only visionaries are really going to get this at this point, because it's even though the site's created, it's not functioning to deliver millionaires right now, but it's not far away. And that's the thing. So you look and you go, well, like I just showed in that example, and then Ricky expanded on it. Our focus is to get team members, because each team member is not one person for us, because they pay 2, and each one of those 2 pay 2 forward to us, and they pay 2 and 2. So all of a sudden, instead of us looking at our, you know, let's just say our Facebook page and saying, our Facebook profile and saying, well, I've got 5,000 people and all those 5,000 people are going to join, let's just imagine they did, then I'm going to have a front line of 5,000 and then that's it. Everything else is down. It's like, no, you're going to have then a front line of 15,000 because they each pay 2 forward. You're going to have then another front line of another, I mean, I don't do the maths, Ricky's good at all the maths, but you see how it just goes bang so quick, and because it's built on the universal law of giving and receiving, it's constantly forward instead of down in your business, getting away from you. You are benefiting because you are still showing up and putting the energy in there. And in all fairness as well, you started the momentum. And that's that thing of, you chose to come in here, you chose to like push through the skepticism or whatever it may have been, if we're just going to put that in an area of society. You chose to make that decision, you know. And even when Ricky got told about it, I'm too busy. When Ricky told me about it, I'm too busy. But we came in and look at the ripples we're making, you know. And that's the power of us all as a group, and why I said earlier on about right now, where we are is just an incredible place, because the most powerful thing we can do is build relationships. And we're not treating people as numbers, we're treating them as human beings and having a proper connection with them. And that's what's going to expand and grow into something absolutely magnificent, no matter what we individually choose to add into the Noble Goldman platform in cash flow or an MSI or whatever it will be. People will want to be connected to us because we are coming from a conscious space and not all about, hey, join my business to earn blah, blah, blah. Which I'm not saying isn't important. I'm not diminishing the money aspect, but there's far more value than just that. No point being the richest man in the graveyard. I mean, we've all spoken about that at times.
Hey girls, we better get ourselves on the moderator training, haven't we? I did watch one of the calls, but I need to go back and do it again.
Yes, I kind of heard about that. I'll just need to work out the time zones again. Just one question. Okay, so the moderator training is now on the cards. That needs to happen now very quickly so that we can access those people, so we can relax into the 5 a day. Martin and Ricky, are you on the cash flow? Are you doing that? Are you part of it?
Cash flow's not launched yet.
Sorry, what was that?
Cash flow's not launched yet.
I really have to concentrate very hard with Ricky, which I love.
Cash flow isn't launched yet.
Oh, cash flow isn't launched yet. Okay.
So in English, Angie, cash flow isn't launched yet. I'm just looking at Cheryl's face and she's like, ooh.
No,
all right.
I
okay,
did.
So I don't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I have actually done the moderator training, and I did start accessing the candidates, but I kind of slowed down on that as well and haven't really done it for a bit, so I need to get back into the habit of doing it.
Okay, and the call is when is moderator training called?
So
where are you based, Andy? Are you here in WA? Angie, where are you based?
Oh, Sweden.
Well, you're in Sweden, right? Okay, so you're 1 hour ahead of UK.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just going into the event section in the group because I'm pretty sure. No, I didn't.
I'm still trying to find my way around the new website to find out where everything is.
I'm
exactly.
I'm pretty confident on the new website. It's not actually
there. I won't continue looking then.
Hang on a second. I know that when I spoke to Mark, we spoke about actually having a whole new moderator training process where people have to answer questions.
Yes.
Through each section, because people one don't listen, and they nod and say they know what they're doing, and they don't know what they're doing. So, and I actually had somebody who's classed as a leader contact me this morning and told me that I wasn't doing moderator training right, and I said, how's that then? And she said, you're not behaving like the proper moderator. And I said, how's that? And she said, oh, this person is in your Noble Goldman team and you haven't added him to the group. And I said, I think you better go back and have a look on his profile, because you'll notice that he's in multiple groups for Noble Goldman. And he's in my candidate system in another group, not that one. So if you recognize he's in there as part of the moderator training that we teach, you should actually accept him straight in. So obviously he went back with a tail between her legs. This is the thing, and I wasn't coming from an angle of being a dick. It was like, hang on a minute. If you can see, this person was in another 4 groups to do with Noble Goldman. It's like, well, clearly just accept them in, and they're already in the candidate system. So, but it's those kind of things where people are just not slowing down to absorb the information and just do the right things. And that's why I feel that with what I propose to Mark, I know he can create it. It will be a process where you have to answer the questions. And if you get them wrong, it tells you what the answer is. So you become aware and then move on to the next phase. And it's going to be like, what, if you're on your phone and you see, because someone hit approved all on the 7 habits of highly effective people. So all of a sudden there was like 1,000 and something, and then they had all gone. I'm like, wow, who's actually going to hold their hand up and say,
admit that one?
I made a mistake, I'm sorry. I mean, at the end of the day, it's been done. You can't undo it, but it's through people not slowing down and taking the time. So moderator training, I'll have to find out the time of the calls, because I haven't got it in the event section of what we do. It's just around the masterminds. So I'll find out for you, Antje, because it's not on the platform.
Okay, thank you, because we obviously need that, because as I said, I'm going to be run out of my 5 people a day very quickly.
In fact, I'll tell you where it is. I'll share.
Oh, it's 10 a.m. I've got it here as Thursdays at 10 a.m.
If you go to the NJ 90-day success accountability group, and then go into the file section, and put moderator process. So I'll download that so you can see what I'm doing. And basically, if we scroll through here, it tells you when the dates are. So it's Monday and a Wednesday.
Sorry, where is that, Martin?
Gosh, I don't have that then.
So if you go into the NG 90 Days to Success Accountability group, you'll be able to, if you go into, where's he put it now? If you go into,
I think this is the one that I can't get into, and people keep saying that they're adding me, but I'm not getting anything.
Well, I can add you guys now, but basically in the 90 Days to Success group, my Facebook's not been the best, so
it's not coming up. I can't.
Yeah, so I've added Antje and Lisa. Okay, you're both in. So if you come to the files section, you'll be able to. And
Cheryl also wants to be in.
Oh, you're not in, Cheryl?
No, Cheryl's in it.
I thought Cheryl was in it.
Is she?
Yeah, Cheryl's been doing the, because if I put Cheryl in, it will come.
Yeah, because I did start.
Yeah.
So one of the, when in the group, okay, so your desired success group, in the file section, every single GoldStar member, I welcome them, and then I give them this link. Now, this is the welcome PDF that I give everybody, and it gives you every time and link and every bit of information that you need to work through Noble Goldman. It's in the file section. So introduction times to the masterminds, to introduction over Noble Goldman, new member getting started. So as a brand new member, jump on this call, learn about Noble Goldman, how to upgrade to GoldStar, and then all the groups to go and join that are part of Noble Goldman. Step 5, you must be a moderator. So if you click it's going to actually send you to the moderator training. And then it says here there is a moderator document that you can leverage in the group.
I've got the document. I've seen this before, Martin, but I haven't. I wasn't in the group, so where would I have found it?
When you
I've sent the document, the moderator process to Antu, but I don't know where I found it originally.
I'm not sure if it was sent to you or
right.
But basically, this document pretty much covers everything. I've just gone through it. Every single bit of information I can find, I've gone through and put it in the document. So, right. But if you just go back to that 90-day success accountability, that's going to actually take you to the file section, and then just go and download the document of free NG members.
Martin, can you put the link in, please? Because it's still not coming up with anything for me. And there's not anything to say that you've invited me either, so. Not quite sure why.
There's the link in the chat.
Thank you.
Okay. So, is there anything that you want to just touch on around that? Around anything?
I'm quite okay. I see the moderator training is Mondays and Wednesdays, so on Monday we can actually join it. I'll make a time, and there's a couple of times, so I'll work it out. What suits me. I've got a little old-fashioned, with a couple of time examples, because I cannot. Well, I've got great difficulties calculating time, so that's a real challenge. But
I just use timeanddate.com, otherwise I get totally confused.
No, I've got my own system now. All right, so that's great. So that's going to be out the way on the first day of the 90-day challenge, and then we'll go and have a look with all the websites and all the things, and we're just going to get going. That's cool. Thank you, Martin, for that. That clarified actually quite a lot of things.
You're welcome. So just to, I know that Lisa, you use a time thing, but this is how I do it. I just put 11 a.m. PST, if that's the time of the call, and then just put in Perth, Australia, and it brings up it's 2 a.m. on tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's literally how I do it. So,
sorry, how do you do it?
I just type in the time of the call.
Oh, right.
And then where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
And because it's so it's always changing it to daylight savings and so on, whatever.
Yeah.
It's always perfect, especially because, I mean, I've used this one here, which is World Time Buddy, and that's pretty good. 11 a.m. there, it says it's 2 a.m. in the morning. So
I just use it because I can create a group for it, so I can put multiple times in if I want to create a group with different people in different time zones. But the Facebook group just says that an administrator you'll be notified when an admin or moderator adds you to this group.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, I'll refresh it and see if I can.
Thanks. Did yours go through, Anja?
Are you looking now at the 90-day abundance challenge group?
Yeah, the accountability group. Yeah.
Accountability. Okay, I'm just looking for it. What's the name called? 90-day abundance accountability.
90 days to success.
Yeah, Martin's put the link in the chat.
It's in the chat. If you click on the chat, you'll be able to go there. So my currently tomorrow I'll be recording a free member welcome video, a dashboard video welcome. So once people join, they can go through the dashboard as an overview. Why upgrade to GoldStar? So those 100 and odd people you saw as free members, it'll be why they need to upgrade to GoldStar. A network marketing Noble Goldman value in regards to going through the site as a network marketer were to access, then another video for coaches on the value of Noble Goldman, all the as a walkthrough, and then another video on the pay it forward system in itself. So I'll be recording all of those tomorrow, and then you'll all have access to them sometime, hopefully Saturday, if not next week, and then next week.
Awesome. I'll have to go and redo my intro one then, because I took them through the front page, the front page in my intro video. So I'll go create a new one once you've done that.
Yeah,
cool.
I just know that Mark, when he jumps on that introduction call, you know, he goes through everything. Well, when you're dealing with people, I mean, at the end of the day, he's dealing with everybody, so he's just taking care of everyone in one go. But when you're dealing with people who are like, give me the information as fast as possible. It's like, if you're a network marketer, this is what you're going to get from the benefit. If you're a coach, this is how you're going to, this is how I see it through my eyes as a coach. If this resonates with you, come on in. If it doesn't, no problem. So that's my attitude towards the way that I'm doing it. Short, sharp, to the point, get them in, help them get cracking.
Yeah.
With regards to the 90 days, it's also still waiting to be approved. You know, I'll get a notification. So it can be just a delay from Facebook. That's also okay. We've got still Monday. So
yeah,
cool.
I'm not an admin of that group, so I can't do anything. Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. All good. Anything anybody else wants to touch on? Because I know you guys are probably going to jump on another call. And just with that, in regards to the calls, just so you're clear, the way that I'm communicating with people is that I'm telling them they don't need to be jumping on all the calls. But what I do advise when you join is that you at least get on one of Mark's introduction calls, one of the new member calls. And if you upgrade to GoldStar, get on at least one of the GoldStar calls. But really, as a GoldStar, I believe that we should be making the GoldStar call with Mark a priority. They're on obviously in two a week in different time zones for different times throughout the day.
Is the 7:30 a.m. here on the Thursday, is that the only one that kind of suits us, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one's midnight, Cheryl, for you on a Monday, which is no use. The one on Monday for Angie in Sweden would be fine because that's 6 p.m.
I have to say the one that you guys are on is the better of the two.
Of course it is. We're on it.
I do both. I do that one live, and then I watch the recording of the other one. And I have to say that the one that you guys are on is definitely the better of the two.
I do try to be present, but it's kind of the time where we're getting ready for kids getting to school and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm listening in, and I was taking like screenshots of certain, like your presentation and stuff, Martin, so I could then go back and properly look at it when the kids were away at school.
Well, Martin's recorded it anyway, and
Yeah.
he does it well, and then posts it. So even if you kind of, I mean, it's great to be
Obviously,
on
if you've
because
got any questions or anything you want to bring forward at that point as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's the power of obviously being on the live, as we know. So I go through that, and then like I said, I just from an angle, because I facilitate 4 a week. The first one on a Wednesday morning at 9, and then the one at 5:30 on a Thursday evening. They're for us to invite guests to. So let them come on and be a part, let them learn about NG for the last 15 minutes where I talk about it. That they could potentially come in then. If you want them to go straight to Mark's call where it's an introduction to NG, bearing in mind that's a completely different call to what I run. So like Lloyd came on, when he was on, he said, bro, what you do is just awesome because it's an actual mastermind. What Lloyd does is a master training where he trains on a topic, but he doesn't get them to actually share their life, their experience, what's coming up for them in that moment. So it's more of a sit back and let me walk you through, like they tell you about this as a training. And there's nothing wrong with that. But obviously when we're talking from an angle of a mastermind, we're bringing people together and masterminding on a topic to help us each grow. So Mark's is an introduction to NG. Lloyd in particular, that's a masterclass, learn about asset building, daily habits, and so on. The one that I do is more around connection. So, and that growth. and you just find which one suits, whichever you want to send people to do. When I'm communicating with them, especially with those leads through the candidate system, I literally give them 6 or 8 options to choose from in regards to NG, all the NG calls at the time that's in their time zone. I change the time to suit, and then I go YDS, the times in their time zone, and I say which numbers suit you. And then they might come back and go number 2 and number 6. So I know Mark's call in the afternoon on a Monday is what they need, the link for that. And they also need the link for the Thursday call with me to join on with. So they need the yourdesiredsuccess.com link. So that's how I do it, to give them options, because getting them on one's better than getting them on 0. But they are different calls. So if they say an NG, I'm saying that's an introduction call to the power of masterminding and helping them in any way that they've mentioned about their goals. If it's your desired success, I'm saying that's a mastermind where we're going to talk deep on a topic which helps us connect and build the relationships, and therefore we grow and succeed in our life.
Martin, can I ask how many GoldStars have you got, and how many, apart from the 2 that you passed up to myself, which was Nancy and Kirsty, how many have you got over and above that, and how many have came through your personal contacts, and how many have came through the Facebook stuff, Facebook pages?
Bloody hell, Ricky.
You didn't have that many.
That's a green question, not a yellow question.
Yeah, so there's paid forward 2 to you. There's 10. I've got 11 GoldStar members at the moment. So 13 total, 11. Antje is the only one that's been paid forward. And if I go onto Noble Goldman now.
So you brought in 10 direct then, over and above the 2 that you passed up, yeah?
I brought in 10 direct, yeah. And then just so you guys know where to go, if I go to my leaders, I can see who those people are. And
so Corey was your mate, we understand that.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to go the ones that came through the candidate system. Tali came through that. Tala did. Kevin Price did. And yeah, so those was it 2 or 3 came through? Yeah, 3.
And the rest were contacts, yeah?
The rest are contacts.
So it's 3 out of 10 came from the Facebook pages, okay?
Yeah.
No, the reason I asked that question for Angie and Lisa's benefit, Lisa, it sounds like you've got a pretty big contact-based database anyway, so the necessity for you to prospect in these Facebook pages is probably less, whereas Angie's kind of indicating that she's got a lesser contact database, and therefore maybe the necessity for Angie to tap into these, drill into these is much greater. And so it depends on your existing contact base and the quality of such, and you might want to do a balance between the 2, but I just personally find, and this is me and everybody's different, but I personally find that moving forward, first of all, you didn't need 1 million personally sponsored GoldStar members, right? As Martin's clearly indicated there, 12 max, 2 will go up in 10. So Martin's pretty much done all he needs to do, to be fair, you know. And you could probably get 10 in the due course of time, especially if it's 10 people that you want to hand pick from your current database. Now, if somebody either doesn't want to go to the current database or feels that they didn't have a current database, then clearly they're going to go, well, what do I do now? And that's why Mark's really created these Facebook pages, is to give those kind of people, well, here's potential thousands. Now, you're going to have to go fishing a lot and cast your line in the water a hell of a lot to catch the right fish. And a lot of them will be little tiddlers, and some of them will be fish you just want to throw right back in the water, you know. But you're going to have to play the numbers. You may get really lucky. And I've met 1 or 2 of Martin's, like Tali, for example. I mean, I've heard Tali speak several times now. Quality guy. I don't know the rest of the guys, but so it's one of these. It's one of these things. So
I think, and you're totally right there, Ricky. But also, what's important to understand here is the communication. So Lisa and I believed 100% that this was aligned with Lisa, and that's the way I spoke to Lisa, and I already had that trust factor with Lisa. So when she came in, she was like, I'm just going GoldStar. And that's the same as you, Antje. And the same with Ricky. Ricky reached out to me straight into GoldStar. So, but with the candidate system, these people are only choosing to join a group. They're not choosing to join Noble Gorman as a GoldStar. So then the focus is the way that I communicate with all of those people is, as part of the group value, we give you free access to our online abundance tool and community. So if you want to be around like-minded people who value personal growth, and I bring in the group that they're wanting to join, I highly recommend becoming a free member. So I'm getting them in as a free member straight away, because I know that I have the skills and the value to upgrade them to a GoldStar when I'm ready to, but I just need to get them in the community and in the system. And that's why for me, as much as you may think I'm like really out there, I'm massively behind the scenes because I'm in creation mode, because those people, as you saw, 112 free members, they are going GoldStar before the end of the year. Like, that's happening. But I'm only going to get there by creating the stuff that when they come in as a free member, they get an automatic email that guides them through, that prompts them to upgrade to GoldStar. And that's the way that I'm thinking.
Could you imagine how many Gold Stars he's going to have by the end of 2021 if he brings in 100 direct and they all pass up to who pass up to who pass up to? By the end of next year, he could have 1,000 in his front line. Forget 100, you know. It's possible.
Ricky, look at the work he's putting in now to make that happen. You know, there's
absolutely.
no getting out there to bring people in. The work that he's doing now is what's going to create that. And I know, Martin, you are going to be right at the top because you're putting so much freaking effort. You're paying forward so much now that when that comes back, it's going to knock you over in a good way. You know, it's going to totally.
Absolutely, and I really appreciate it, and thank you for acknowledging that. And I am fortunate. I'm in a position where I can spend 7 days a week and 12, 14 hours a day on it. But that also goes to the angle, I also can spend some time doing the things that I also enjoy, which at the moment, it's like, what are you prepared to sacrifice to get the results? And for me, I love it, and I'm prepared to sacrifice because I know it's going to not only impact my business, because it impacts everyone's business. Like Ricky's Purity, you know, you put your trainings and so on there, Lisa. With what you do, Angie, I can't remember the name. It's gone from me. What's the company you're with?
It's Manatech.
Manatech.
It's Manatech and my hypnosis sessions.
Yeah, all that stuff is going to benefit us all. So, and that's why I do my best to help as many of the other members as possible, because them bringing people in helps us all win together. It's not just about me and my team and I'm all right, Jack. Let's all win together. So I know it's just gone past the hour and you want to jump on Leslie's call, probably. So
I just wanted to say something there very quickly. And in terms of effort and putting work in there, to see this the way I see it, let your vision pull you. That is better than let the pain push you. And when your vision pulls you, you do it with a happy heart and a playful spirit, you know, and then that's great. You know, that's great. Then you get out of bed and you enjoy what you're doing, and then you're having fun in the process. It's healthy, it's great, it's good, and everyone benefits.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
And that's exactly what Martin's doing at the moment, and I'm wakeboarding right behind him.
Well, and this is it. My vision for the end of the year is I think you all know, is packing up in the caravan and going off traveling around Australia. Well, that isn't going to work and continue to work on the level we want it to if I don't have all this in place. I'll have to be sacrificing a lot of that time to enjoy, to carry on creating, which is very hard in a bloody caravan than it is right now in this situation. So I'm working towards my goals, but I step into my vision and my goals every single day. And that's why I don't, as you said there, Angie, I don't see it as work. I love it. But the reality of it is it's 7 days a week and on average 12, 14-hour days. But I'm not tired where I get to the end of it and go, oh, well, I'm like still buzzing because I'm in my vision. So that's the power of it. And that's why I feel like I'm just delivering constantly, because I'm in my creation mode and in my own power. And
it shows in the work that you're producing. It shows that you're coming from that place. Thank you very much. And I'm really delighted that you're talking about an automated email system, because I actually put in the NG group yesterday, I posted to see if anybody had already created some a sequence for emails, and somebody's come back. Bradley said, no, nobody will do that. You'll have to create your own. Let me know when you have. And I went, that's not my forte. And then somebody's come up and said that they have done. So she's going to drop them to me. So I'll have a look and see what we can create. But then on the call with Mark, he's talking about setting that up as automated through NG, which is fantastic, because I was thinking, oh, I'm going to have to transfer all this over to MailChimp, and I'm going to have to look at each one individually, you know, and all that sort of stuff. So this is just, I just love the way it's growing. It just gets better every freaking day.
The conversation continued after his other call, and we discussed around the email stuff and what we're going to create with it. But it isn't going to come till after cash flow and a few of the other things are done, because they're more important.
Yeah.
So,
Martin, just before we go, Cheryl and I had a wee chat today. Cheryl's got a prospect. Where is she? Cheryl in America or something?
Oh yeah, Maya.
Maya,
I was just about to say, remind me about Maya as well. Yeah, Maya is a gun.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and unfortunately, she's always on the Wednesday call, which I really can't get on. I tried to get on it, but so I've missed her a few times, and then I've been following her little bits that she's been putting out there as well, and trying to listen in. But yeah, I've spoken to her a couple of times, and obviously messaged back and forth about how she looked at the upgrade into GoldStar and things like that, and she's never kind of given away whether she's looking at it or not, but yeah, she definitely would be a good one to have on there.
Yeah,
did you encourage her, Martin, with your super duper skills?
I'll have a chat with her, and I know I actually had a one-on-one with her in regards to, there was only her and I on a call, so we just had a private call and covered loads of stuff. And she's currently going through TIR. She wants to be a consultant, and she's just loving the growth she's having. So she's definitely going to be a strong one for you. But I don't know.
Although it'll get paid up to you, Ricky. Damn it. I need to get two more in first.
That'll come back and bite you, Cheryl. Give it with joy.
Mark said to
give it with joy.
You want to pay forward your two best leaders, because that means that once you choose to do that, everybody else pays forward their two best leaders, and you get a stronger team by just giving away two.
It's all about the energy. And I am consciously looking, that's why I haven't done too much recruiting yet, because I am consciously looking for the best person I can find to pay forward as my second one to Martin.
Bob Proctor would be all right.
Sorry? Bob Proctor.
Better get him quick, Martin, because he's about 80 something, is he not?
Me and Bob would get on like a house on fire with two rankers. We'd be flying, us too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but for me, it's about finding the best I can find. Like, I've got a couple of people in mind, and I was really disappointed because I'd contacted one that I really would have resonated so well with Martin, and I didn't get the message across clearly enough. So I've done a lot of work with that since. But yeah, I'm consciously looking for, okay, who can I bring in who is going to take Martin where he wants to go? It's not about, oh, I'm going to give up. That's with Antia. I was so delighted because Antia she joined in, and it was like, bang, we're ready to go. And I went, Martin, I've just got this beautiful gift for you. Instead of somebody like, oh, I don't really want them. The energy around it is so different. You know, people talk about it, but look at the energy. If you're in resistance, if you're in, oh, I don't want to give that, well, guess what? You're going to get more of. You know, you're not going to get the best of anybody else's. So it's all about the energy. And I had such joy in when Antia came in and started running straight away, that she was a valuable gift to give Martin, because he's given me the most valuable gift by joining here. I don't want to give him cheap crap. You know, I want to give him the best that I can find. So
no pressure.
The next one is
I feel like on a slave auction in the 1800s. Really good, take her.
Sorry, beautiful girl. That wasn't. That wasn't my intent. It was just. No, I was so grateful that if I'm going to pay forward, then I want it to be high quality. You know, I really want to be the best, not pay through those that I don't want to bring in. to be able to do that. So.
I think
when you look back to Christos, he hadn't brought anybody in until he actually did the 90-day success program, and at the end of it, it brought 15, I think it was.
Right.
So you look and think of just speaking to 5 candidates a day from the system, it could potentially build, but also speaking to maybe 5 people you know, and this is like, when you look at it, when I joined, and I didn't really spend much time looking into it back then, but when I joined, there was no videos to share with anybody. It was just get them on the live call. Now you've got access to the personalized landings. You've got my videos to share. You've got whatever you, to that point. And by this time next week, you'll have even more videos to share based on what I've created and whatever you choose to create. So each week and each day, to be fair, it's getting better and better. And really, all we need to do, I feel, is that's true leverage, because we're leveraging off other people's videos or the value, but also we're growing in that and we're finding our way through it. So the new people we meet, like you said there, Lisa, about maybe making a bit of a balls of it, let's say. I know you didn't, but at the same time, it's just a not yet. And you might go, hey, this is the guy I was talking to you about. Have a look at this video that he's put out and see if it resonates with you, because you'd be working with him anyway.
Yeah.
And it's that ability to actually then connect and say, here's another go. And sometimes it's just not the right time for people. When we think around Mark covering that thing around the moon cycles, what's going on with people's mindsets, where they're at, are they open, are they receptive or not? Could just
I'm going to jump, buddy.
Yeah, I need to go anyway. So thank you
Nice
all
to
for
see
the
everyone.
call.
Thank you, everybody. Another
Thanks,
awesome
guys.
thank
call.
you, thank you.
Gets
Catch you
better and
later,
better.
Cheryl.
Bye-bye.
Speak to you later.